Hey everyone, I'm Everyday Buddyfighter, and well, this is a video on battle buildings. Battle buildings are the decks used by Eon Nanana, or at least they're supposed to be used. I don't know. You've never find the anime, so I can't say for sure. But so they're a straightforward hero build deck. You ride the sign because most of them are brave machines, except for Takukichi, who's a superhero for whatever reason. I don't know. My first opponent is going to be playing Galaxy Defense Squad. He's gonna, just transform, go for that 5 crit damage first turn. Of course, he plays the Galaxy Defense Team Alpha, which means he has Galaxy Defense Team is immortal. So he's gonna try attacking for that 5 crit, but luckily I have a null. It's no use. It's actually a pretty decent card. Nullify an attack or gain 3 life. It's pretty nice. So I go straight into my usual stuff. Since I don't have a ride, or since I don't have Takukichi in my hand, I just decide to go straight for a friendship building. Friendship combined Iborg, which is just like the main thing you want to ride. Since when you ride it, you can decrease all your battle buildings by size 3, and since all of them are size 2 or higher, you need that. So I'm going to use its hero type to get Takukichi. Takukichi can mill 3 cards. You can get to add a monster and a spell. I mill another Takukichi, which is completely balanced because it's not a once per turn effect for whatever reason. I'm going to add the set spell, get some more set spells out. Hyper energy just for the gauge. And since Takukichi also can be destroyed by effects, I'm not too worried about Galaxy Defense Team is immortal. Like right here, he's going to try to do it, but he's going to see Galaxy Defense Team is immortal. He's going to destroy my item, but my item has soul cards, so the attack still goes through. Nothing really changes. So, it's a very straightforward deck. You call your monsters when you drop zone with the ability to set spells. You can also use your hand, but typically it's better to just use your drop zone. So you can, have more discard outlets, yada yada yada. And right here, so you're like, oh no, Takukichi has double attack, but I can only attack one time. He has 10,000 defense, so I'm just going to go straight into Iborg, which gives me another 5 life and link attack for game. That's about it. It's very straightforward. It's just super aggressive. You call your buildings, attack, call your buildings, attack, call your buildings, attack. The only really defensive one is the MCT, which if your opponent attacks you, you can call it to your left or right, and then the damage you'll take is 0, and then every other time you take damage, your damage squeeze by 0. You call it to your center also, but I like calling it to my left or right. You also have a pretty good defense spell, another gauge, draw on a life. Pretty nice. So here I'm just going to go for friendship building, mill, Iborg, yada yada yada. For some reason the game says discard from the deck. I don't really know what that means. I don't know. I just think the wording is weird. But right here I can only really attack Takukichi, yada yada yada. So against Astro Dragons, it's not very fun to go first. I would prefer to go second against this matchup because I can just call my building during my attack phase and just smack him down for everything it's worth. But it sucks I can't. Galaxy F is going to trigger, get all those crit, yada yada yada. So yeah, against Astro Dragon's deck, you don't really like to go first because they're super aggressive, which is a bummer for me. But luckily, this deck does have defensive options, which you'll see in a bit. So he's going to attack me for 3 crit. I'm going to have to take the 3 crit. Attack me again with double attack. I'm going to take it again. Astrology wants to attack me. Nope. I'm going to null the attack. Attack me again. Nope. I'm going to use... It's no use to gain 3 life this time. And I'm going to attack with the 4,000 power, so I'm going to ride into Iborg, get 6 life, thanks to Buddy Gift and its abilities, and because I have enough defense, you can't attack me anymore. Beginning of turn, Tokyo Dynamic Sight will give me 2 more gauge, which is also an added benefit to set spells. So if you don't use them all at once, at the beginning of your turn, you get the additional effects, which are all very good effects. Of course, if you use them all on your turn, then you can smack your opponent down. Most likely win game. It's really just up to how you play it. So I'm going to call Super Tokyo Sky 3. I do make a bit of an error. Not really. So he rests it, and then I get to at least get a battle building spell back. So get the search spell back, and I'm going to this time go for Voodoo Gandor, because Voodoo Gandor prevents rest and also gets itself triple attack if I call it with stuff. So yeah. So Chotenka Skyhawk gets Cyber and drops zone because of my other set spell. So I actually do make an error here, though. I knew it couldn't finish off my opponent, but I insisted on just ramming them anyway. I don't know why. So here, go into Brave Machine Hanger, which is good because you do ride in this deck. So, and also giving your item Soul Guard is always good. Takukichi doesn't have Soul Guard though, which I think is a bummer. But what can you do? We go for that triple attack. Up and up. Actually, I Oh, yeah, I actually could have probably finished him off. I just wasn't thinking very clearly. Honestly, like, if I attacked in a different order, I would have been able to finish him off. But either way, I still win here since at 1 life, you really can't do anything. And I've seen the cards he has to his hand. It's another item in a monster. And since I have high defense, he really has more of a difficult situation getting through. So he's going to go for Trade to Astrology, but then he realizes he can't do anything. So he has to pay a life, and then he loses, so that's it. Do I think this deck is overpowered? No, because it requires a lot of setup, but at the same time, when it goes off, and then you're like, damn, why this happened to me? This sucks. The final game was against Godpunks. Godpunks, of course, fuck up a lot of decks, but, you know, so I'm just going to go into the usual opening move. Takokichi, attempt to get another Takokichi, but of course I didn't, even though you won 4, of course. That's my 4 Takokichi. So Godpunks are going to do the usual shenanigans, search into Dog Zeus because, of course, he's going to get rid of the Dynamic Sight because it gives me more gauge. And of course, against Godpunks, still want you to have gauge because you have to have no gauge for them to work. So I don't know what. Yeah, so he's going to send that to a drop, pay my gauge, pay a life, call Dog Zeus, or Brawl Zeus as it's called in English. I'm going to go into his item, yada yada. So I'm a bit of a bind. Ball Counts doesn't help, obviously, since I have engaged left. So he's going to attack me. I'm going to null the attack, so I don't have to take the extra burn damage. He's going to attack me for 2, which is fine. I have a lot of battle buildings in my hand, which kind of sucks. I want more spells than monsters in my hand, but they're going to return and get to choose the battle building. When I drop zone, discard a card and get the card back. So I'm going to go into Emperor's Academy. Emperor Academy, I mean, Chochenka, but I don't really need to use it because no point in destroying one of his cards, so yeah. Urgent draw, yada yada yada. Battle building first, so I can search what I want, and then, you know, so I'm going to get the Silver Temple while milling Ivor into drop because I already have the sub spell. Takokichi mills 3, he hits Hero Time, it's a great spell, gets 2 gauge, and then of course get to look at the top cards of my deck. So with Takokichi combined, I look at the top 6 cards of my deck for essentially nothing, which is weird. So I have a ton of set spells now, and now I'm going to go to my attack phase and just hit. Make sure to clear his field first in case it doesn't work, because they have those crit reducers, which I'm like, oh no. So Voodoo Gander going to come out with that 9 damage, but of course my opponent forgets that it actually does that. So it's going to attack for 3 crit. My opponent forgets that's 3 crit. So yeah. And then running about, but he does get 1 more extra crit, it can't be rested, and of course he forgets it as triple attack because it entered the building through its set effect. I didn't call it, I called it through set effect. So triple attack, he's going to use the crit reducer to if he doesn't lose, and then draw a card. So for me, what can you do? I know someone's going to say, like, well, you could have kept calling from your drops. I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, I really want to make sure I at least save the gauge, because I put Voodoo Gander in my center because I thought I would win at that point. That's my mistake, I fucked up. But, I mean, yeah, so I'm going to pay gauge for Gasilis. I'm going to pay gauge again for Gasilis. This I am going to respond to Gasilis' second call. He tries to, just rush it. Because I think he knew, I think he noticed that I was just going to do that, so he's going to try rush the call. So I'm just going to respond to the second one. Ivor gets 6 life out of this. Gasilis aren't strong enough, even though he could have just done a link attack. I don't know why he didn't. I would be forced to discard 2 cards anyway, but it's weird. I'm never going to get it. So for some reason, my opponent doesn't search for Diapus, so he can give me the extra gauge so then he can call his other monster. But I guess it doesn't really matter. He's going to attack me, force me to discard my cards. That's fine. His turn's over, which means I'm pretty much at like a weird advantage kind of thing, so I'm going to take my start of battle building first, draw a card, but I do draw Takokichi, which is perfect. So I'm going to get rid of start of battle building, pay gauge for Takokichi. Takokichi skill, nothing to play. I just draw. It's Hero Time. Hero Time is a spell which does work in Takokichi's ability. For some reason, Takokichi is just any spell. It's not just battle building spells for whatever reason. I don't know. I think it's weird. But I'm just going to straight up win right here. Battle buildings are very interesting. They're a very hit or miss kind of thing. If you go off, you go off. If you don't, then you're kind of in a bit of a pickle. So I have been Everyday Buddyfighter, and the last video for Ultimate Booster will be about Folktale, and then I'll see if I can do deck profiles for all of them, and I will see you later.